Like, how the fuck are we supposed to just keep going? Like, how the fuck are, like, this is so fucking weird. Like, I just got done with work. I had to act like everything's fine all fucking day. I got an interview tomorrow with a new client that I'm gonna have to just sit down in front of and just be like, yeah, hey, how's it going? Like, oh yeah, this new project seems pretty good. I got a job interview for a new position on Monday, and I'm supposed to go in and just be like, oh yeah, I'm really excited about working for this company. And I'm like, oh, what are your biggest strengths? Meanwhile, America is about to end. NATO is about to end. We're gonna. It's like China just like there's so much Epstein. Like it's like we all have to fucking still sit around and act like everything's fucking fine. I'm gonna have to go into a job interview and they're gonna be like, oh, well, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Dead, dead, and you too. I would have to say to them, all of us. That's where I see all of us in 10 years, 5 years, dead.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone who teach 100% truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and to the elect. Just your brother Ra'aya, back with another video. And I would just listen to this Edomite, ramble about the state of his country at the moment. And yeah, he does got it right. They are going to be dead. They're going to be deleted. You know, and how they're by which way they're going to be deleted by the way of ICBM missiles, by way of Yahweh Shai and the angels coming with the fires of the chariot, laser beaming their ass to death, to smithereens and ashes. So his feelings are valid. You know, he have to go to work and pretend that the shit that's happening there right now is not actually happening, and you know that's some crazy work right there. The thing is about it all though, is he's been pretending his whole life though. Like all of these Edomites have, they've been pretending the fact that, do you know what you have done to or at least your people have done to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? You all have to pretend every day you walk outside the house because you can't live in truth knowing that you've been violating people since you came over to this country. Like you've been doing the worst things that you can think of to these people, and it's like, you know, you can't not feel normal in any case, because that's like the drawback of your foolishness, Esau, is that yeah, you believe you getting away with going around conquering and massacring people, but at the same time you still got to deal with the fact that you gonna always have to look over your shoulder, Esau. You're gonna always be in a state of like a vagabond, somebody who's on the run, so to speak, who's a criminal, you know. And rather, you know how these Edomites say, "Well, I didn't do any of that. My great 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 grandparents or something had something to do with that." Y'all are y'all parents, your grandparents. Through the reincarnation and the just y'all traits have been passed down. Y'all the same people. Y'all haven't changed nothing. Because if that was the case, y'all kingdom wouldn't be falling right now. You know, and y'all would have created y'all kingdom off of righteous things. First off, you created this place off the most unrighteous things you can think of. You came and stole the land from somebody, right? From Gad and Reuben, the so-called native and Hispanics. And then you went and proceeded to go on ships to go and grab Judah Benjamin and Levi up, disperse them out, and take majority of them here to Babylon the Great, aka America, to enslave them, to do your work, to do your bidding. And then you had the nerve to set up, like, yeah, you gonna feel bad. Matter of fact, let me go back to the video so I can, Slack it. Let me go back to the video so he can, what do I know? Oh, Slack it, y'all. Let me turn the volume back on. Let's go back to it because he said a couple of things that need to be addressed.
Like, how the fuck are we supposed to just keep going? Like, how the fuck are, like, this is so fucking weird.
The thing is, you don't keep going, Esau. You can't keep going. You all know, y'all have but a little short time left. And this is why you see all of this catastrophe and all this foolishness going on, is because you devils know you have but a short time, or at least the elite of you all know that you all have but a short time. Like, imagine this, right? You are the elite of Esau Edom's countries, and you have the most advanced technology and advanced telescopes out there, and you're witnessing Yahweh Shai and the angels in those chariots every day. You're witnessing them. They're picking up on your radars. You're picking them up on your telescopes. You're seeing them. If NASA even exists, like how the way they've been portraying that they do, out outer space, dealing with outer space and all that, you've seen those chariots multiple times. So it's like, imagine this, right? Imagine knowing that you see these entities, so to speak, and you can't do a damn thing about it. You know you got but a short time left because you're seeing an influx of them. You're seeing a way bigger revealing of them is coming about now. More people have seen chariots than ever before, it seems to be, you know. And I'm just like, imagine that. Like, they know they about to come down crazy because they know they ain't got much time left. All right. So let's keep it playing. Like,
Like, I just got done with work. I had to act like everything's fine all fucking day. I
but
got
that's
a
what y'all good at doing, Esau. Y'all good at acting like everything is fine when it's not, and it never has been. Y'all act like, yeah, look, when you come in contact with Jake, you act like you didn't put their ancestors into captivity. You act like y'all not oppressing us to this day. Look, this shit is crazy to me. Like, the amount of acting y'all are going through. Cause look, we know y'all devils, but y'all don't try that. Y'all don't show it. Y'all that sheep and y'all a wolf in sheep's clothing. Right?
interview tomorrow with a new client that I'm gonna have to just sit down in front of and just be like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" Like, "Oh, yeah, this new project seems pretty good." I got a job interview for a new position on Monday, and I'm supposed to go in and just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm really excited about working for this company." And I'm like, "Oh, what are your biggest strengths?" Meanwhile, America is about to end. NATO.
He got that right. Babylon the Great, aka America, is about to end. And all the people who's ignorantly bliss about the ending of it, hey, y'all gonna get y'all judgment. Y'all gonna get what's coming to you. Especially Jake, the 2/3 of Jake, not repentive, not don't give a fuck. None of that. See us out there on them highways and hedges and byways and shit, right? Y'all see us out there doing the work, completely disregard us, right? Scoffing, ready to do something to us. Like the other day, it wasn't this camp, it was last week's camp. I'm leaving from out of the camp. I didn't have my garment on, but I had my poncho guard because it's cold out there. So I had the poncho on. I'm walking past, about to go and hop into my ride. It's a couple of Jakes, and they trying to fight. They talking about fuck you Israelite and all this. talking crazy and shit. I ain't even look back at him because I already know they scoffers, they scoffing, you know, they trying to and then I also know that they got mad demons on them. And I'm aware spiritually that we're being tested out here. So it's like, I'm not gonna even, fall for that. But they was saying things and they was like walking, like I could hear them. It seemed like they was getting closer to him, like, man. But I still, I was just praying to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. I'm like, keep me safe. And I typically like your adrenaline get to rushing and all that. Mine ain't even get to like I ain't even fret or any of that. I was just like, let me just get on up, you know, to my destination. And they was just, talking crazy, y'all. They're like, man, fuck them Hebrew Israelites. I hate y'all motherfuckers and all that. We gonna fuck y'all up and all this other shit, right? It's only one of me. It's only me. I'm just walking. I'm like, yeah, I see what time of day we in. But I'm like, that whoever those Jakes was that was saying all that, they don't have a clue. The Heavenly Father gonna put destruction all over them. May Yahweh Hashem Shah curse them Jakes, put their ass to death. And a part of it is because they didn't like what was being said while the camp was still going. How we be in camp and then we're saying the truth out there to Jake. Jake don't want to hear it. They want you to prophesy to them smooth things, prophesy deceits. They want to hear lies, smooth lies. And we ain't with all that. We're gonna give you this truth. It's gonna be a harsh truth. It's gonna be bitter for you. You know what I mean? But the thing is they really ain't like that. So I guess they probably waited on us because uh, I'm not sure if it was them that was because it be scoffers all around, but they was just waiting on us and stuff. It seemed like they was just waiting on one of us or something. Because when I was walking past, I'm like, I didn't even see the people. I didn't even see the people who was talking to me and stuff. Like it seemed like they just waited until like I walked past or something, then got behind me, got to talking crazy and all that. I'm just like, man, all right. But besides the fact, y'all, the Babylon the Great is going down, y'all. Things getting crazy out here. Civil war is ensuing. You know, famine is on its way, right? Because once Babylon the Great, all of these alliances that they have are broken. America has some of the biggest imports. We getting everything imported to this place. We don't really, produce a lot of the things that we consume here in Babylon the Great, aka America. So we tend to get them imported. Now, once all those relationships that the whore is gonna break with the beast, because the beast shall hate the whore. Once all these relationships are broken, which DJT is doing a great job at doing that, talking about he about to go for Greenland and he got all the beasts and some of NATO about to attack his ass because if he send troops over there, then it's gonna get a war gonna get the popping off. The things he did in Venezuela got uh got Russia feeling away, you know. And then he's talking about he gonna put boots on the ground and he gonna shoot missiles at Mexico. All types. He just coming up with all types of crazy shit. I'm like, whoa, whoa. I didn't, we know the prophecies and stuff, but just to see it like in real time, it's just like one of those like, dang, like yeah, this guy is the cruel Lord. He's that cruel Lord that was gonna come and be set over these Egyptians, these modern day Egyptians, these spiritual Egyptians, and he was gonna rule fiercely over them. All right. And that's why, Babylon the Great about to fall, man. He gonna be the guy.
is about to end. We're gonna. It's like
Let me bring it back.
China just like. Meanwhile, America is about to end. NATO is about to end. We're gonna. It's like China just like. There's so much Epstein. Like it's like we all have to fucking still sit around and act like everything's fucking fine.
This whole place going down. This whole place is crumbling, and we watching it crumble. Let me get these scriptures, y'all. This second Ezra chapter 9. And I'm gonna start at 1 and I'm gonna read on down to about 12. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, right? Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, hey, we just seen a 6.5 earthquake in Mexico last week. It was either last week or the week before last week, right? And then in that Matthew, I believe 24, it goes into there be earthquakes in diverse places, all of that, right? And then as in verse 3, the second Ezra 9 and 3, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. This is what's happening right now. The uproars. Have y'all seen what's going on in Iran? Iran looked like a whole movie popping off. Looked like a doomsday movie popping off over there. Like people getting caught on fire, all types of shit happening over there. And I'm pretty sure it's way worse things than that. They just haven't been catching it on film, on camera. And then DJ T talking about he about to blow that bitch. He gonna blow that bitch up. It's like, oh man. And then they have alliances with Russia, so you can see how everything is interwoven itself to be a disaster, right? So verse 4 it says, Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And this is why I truly pulled this verse, because as he said right here,
About working for this company, and they're like, oh, what are your biggest strengths? Meanwhile, America's about to end.
you're America about to end, right? So it says, verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings, and wonder, and powerful works, and endings, and effects, and signs. Right? There's a bunch of signs that's showing you that this is the end. The people who can't see this, boy, y'all might as well have been born blind. Y'all might as well have been born blind for real. Because it ain't no reason for you to have these eyes, physical eyes, and physical ears. They're showing you on television and news and all this what time of day it is, but you still can't discern the times. Like how Yahweh Shah said, you can tell by the weather. You can look at the sky and tell if it's gonna rain or if it's gonna be hot the next day, or if it's but you can't discern what times you in right now. You can't tell that the end is very near. Anyway, verse 7 it says, And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, because only the faithful, only the people who believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to receive his word and receive these prophecies and understand them. And they're going to be looking for them to be played out, because they know they have an expectation. The elect has an expectation on deliverance. So they have to look diligently for these prophecies to be going out in order to know when their salvation is coming, their deliverance is coming. And everybody else don't give a fuck. Everybody else gonna be like, hey, I'm cool where I'm at, you know. Like they comfortable with what's going on, or they comfortable with the situation they got in this wicked world. But the elect of the house of Israel are not. They're gonna be, dismayed at this place. They're gonna be like, man, I don't want to be here. So they're gonna be diligently searching and looking, and paying attention what's going on, because they know that when shit start popping off, them prophecies is what's screaming. Those is making them scriptures come to life, right? Verse 8 shall be preserved. Matter of fact, let me start at 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved, right? From the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So the elect was sanctified from the beginning to get this salvation. They was handpicked. They were marked from the beginning to get this, to get saved from out of this place. And that's what that's why that spirit is on them to search for the prophecies in the first, and to look for the prophecies in the first place, is because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai from the beginning made them to be that way. Right? Verse 9, it says, then shall they be in Salakia. Yeah. Verse 9. It says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways. And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Now, this is the 2/3, right? The 2/3 of our people just, completely disregarded, the Heavenly Father. They just like, he made them to be the people that just don't get it, to be that fuel for the fire, right? Matter of fact, let me get the rest of some of this video, and then I'm gonna finish the verses out, and we're gonna be
It's
through.
about to end. We're gonna. It's like China just. Meanwhile, America is about to end. NATO is about to end. We're gonna. It's like China just like. There's so much Epstein. Like it's like we all have to fucking still sit around and act like everything's fucking fine. I'm gonna have to go into a job interview and they're gonna be like, "Oh, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Dead. Dead."
Hey, Esau typically is a liar, but he ain't never lied that time. He did not lie that time, because that is their fate. Most of the people here in Babylon the Great is going to be dead. And we're looking for the salvation to be this year. Every time we're looking for the salvation, even if the salvation is 2027, we're looking for it to be that time. We're looking for it as quick as possible, right? But say if we are here, Lord willing, we're not. But say if we are here for the next 3 to 5 years, right? These people will be dead, though, because how the prophecies are going to play out. Most of the people here are going to get slaughtered by these these invading armies, down to civil war that's going to pop off, down to the robots, all of the shit that Esau then created for destruction. It's all gonna be, people gonna be dead out here. And then the MOTB and all that, man. Many people gonna die from famine, all of that. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me go over here. Salakia, y'all. Hold on. So Salakia, y'all. As I was getting into famine. All right. Oh no, this is Second Esdras chapter 15 and 5. So it says, "Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." Because many of y'all gonna die from this famine, right? For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, right? All right, so let's move back. And let's play the rest of this, and then I'm gonna be done, y'all.
And you too, I would have to say to them. All of us. That's where I see all of us. It's fucking fine. I'm gonna have to go into a job interview and they're gonna be like, oh, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Dead! Dead! And you too, I would have to say to them. All of us. That's where I see all of us in 10 years, 5 years. Dead.
Just you, Esau. Just you. And the 2/3 of Jake, too. Let me see. We get the rest of this. So this is Second Esdras chapter 9 and 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. And it says, verse 10, for such as in their life have received benefits. That's why they can't turn over to the Heavenly Father, is because the benefits are too sweet for them to turn over, right? So they'll realize when they see that those wasn't really benefits at all. Like they didn't really benefit them to do any of this. But it pleased their flesh at the time being, so they just went for it, but they're gonna have to pay for that. Verse 10, for such as in the life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain. With that, I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Shalom, y'all. On to the next one.